Good Friday, everybody. Welcome to Flex Friday, but we're going to flex this. We're going to flex a little noggin because at the end of the day, what we want is for you to have more energy. Because what happens if you have more energy? You have more energy to make the right decisions. You have more energy to get up and be moving all day. Doesn't matter if you're dancing. You have more energy to be sociable. You have more energy to cook the right things rather than pick the convenient things. You have more energy to stay positive. You have more energy to make the right decisions that mean you lose fat. So when I'm talking about more energy, I'm talking about more energy to lose fat, more energy to be energetic, more energy to be more social. It's not just about more energy, it's more energy to feel fantastic. I bet some of you thought I was going to say something else there, and I was, but I refrained. So what we're going to talk about today is high intensity interval training and how, perhaps if you are doing some of these things that I'm just about to say, we're not doing high intensity interval training. What we're doing is actually being a sponge and taking out all our energy and not feeding it back in. So what is high intensity interval training and what is it not? Let's go. It's not box jumps. Lots and lots of box jumps. That is not high intensity interval training. It's not lots of exercises put together. You just go from one to the next, to the next, to the next. That's not high intensity interval training. It's not those training sessions where you do 45 seconds of exercise, 10 seconds or 15 seconds of rest. That's not high intensity interval training. I can tell you that now. Do you know what that is? It's sloppy cardio. Sloppy cardio. And that might offend some of you that I've called that sloppy cardio. But do you know what? It's the truth. And I'm going to tell you why it's the truth. It's sloppy cardio because it's not high intensity interval training, because for the most part, 99%, let's say 95 to 99% of the population aren't ready to do negative rest period training, i.e. not ready to have more work here, 45 seconds of work with only a 15-second rest period. They're simply not conditioned enough to do it. And yes, for maybe 30 minutes after you finish that workout, you feel great because of that endorphin rush. But what happens after the 30 minutes? Your energy levels start to go because your body is really clever and going, whoa, we completely overdid it today. That wasn't high intensity interval training. We can't recover from that. We have just smashed ourselves. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the person that's done that, that I've completely overdone it. So I'm going to restrict as much other energy output as possible for the day. And so I'm going to make you feel tired. I'm going to make you feel lethargic. I'm going to make you want to eat lots of stuff. And that's what happens when we overdo it. Because remember, I said it was sloppy cardio, and it is. Okay, so you've done that first 45 seconds. Maybe the first 45 seconds were push-ups. And so you've gone, yeah, that's good. I kept a strong core, I was good there. And the next, so you've had 15 seconds. Okay, good. And then we're going into squats. We've got an upper, lower, and maybe we'll have a whole body next for the squats. Good, good, good. I managed to keep those 45 seconds going. Good. But now I'm breathing. Now I'm breathing heavy. Now we've got some sort of clean and press. Okay, so it's a dumbbell. So now I'm going. Good. But by the time I'm 10 seconds into that, I'm 3 reps in, and then all of a sudden my back is like this when I'm leaning down. I'm just flexing my back, and then as I press up, I'm like this, arching my back. And then it's no longer a high intensity interval session with good form. It's sloppy cardio with bad form. And what happens when you do consistent exercise with bad form and you load up on bad form? And you overdo it every time. It means you depress your immune system. you increase your chances of getting some kind of injury, whether it's repetitive strain injury, whether it's an overload of muscles that have had to work because the other prime movers are too tired. Stiff shoulders, stiff back, pain in the shoulders, pain in the front of the shoulders, bad knees. See, that's not high intensity interval training. I'll tell you what is high intensity interval training. You know, five seconds all out on a bike. Let's crank up the resistance a little bit and let's go. 5 seconds. Bang, 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 bang. Stop. I guarantee you will be breathing heavy at the end of those 5 seconds. But what do we not do? We don't go, right, you can have a 1 second break and then we're going to go again. Because what happens to the work rate? What happens to the work output if I only give you 1 second? It goes from way up here to here because we haven't allowed you to recover. Instead, I'm going to give you 5 times or 6 times the amount of work, rest that you did work. So maybe I'm going to give you 25 seconds of rest, 30 seconds of rest, and then we're going to go again. So instead here, with work output was up here for that first set, work output is maybe here for the second set, and the third set, and the fourth set. Not as 45-15 goes, work output here for the first set, here for the second, here for the third. Sloppy cardio, sloppy cardio, sloppy cardio, sloppy cardio. Or perhaps I'm going to say, okay, we can do 20 seconds of work because I know your work output is not going to be, the energy output is not going to be such a high rate during 20 seconds. So then I can say to you, so then we're going to give you maybe 2 to 3, a rest ratio of 1 to 2 to 3. So if you're doing 20 seconds of work, I know that the work output isn't going to be as such a high rate. So I can give you maybe 40 seconds or maybe 60 seconds rest. And then that allows each bit of work that they do to be good quality, good form, and crucially, 100%. Because keep in mind that the rest isn't your enemy. The rest is your friend. And do you know what that does? It will feed back into your energy systems. It will help develop your energy systems. And it will make you feel good for the rest of the day. You won't have that crash where you have to recover from your overexertion. So let's make 2019 not the year of let's smash ourselves every time. Let's go into a class or let's go into a session and the attempt is to lie on the floor at the end of it. You know, doing 100 burpees isn't high intensity interval session. Doing as many burpees as you can before you puke isn't a high intensity interval session. It's sloppy cardio and it's not doing much for you. It's going to tire you out and it's not going to feed into your energy systems. I'm about getting you you finish your workout and then 3 hours later you are up and moving again. 3 hours later, 4 hours later, you've worked out in the morning, 4 hours later it's lunch. Now, you've done your 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off thing, and you are feeling absolutely shattered from it. So what do you do at lunchtime? You sit down, you eat your lunch. No, not in 2019. In 2019, you have done 20 seconds on, and you've done 45 seconds off, 50 seconds off. And you've done 8 rounds of those 20 seconds. All of a sudden you are feeling fantastic. You are up and out and you are going for a walk in lunch. You are keeping moving. You are staying energetic and you are feeding into that energy system. You are feeling great. You are having the energy to do the things that you didn't have in 2018. Because you know how to train smart. Because you know how to train to give you back your energy. Because you are going to make 2019 your most energetic year. Flex Friday.